Hello, this is the RPG Crawler, and welcome back to my playthrough of Pillars of Eternity. Now, when last we left, we just got chased inside these ruins by a biowack. So, after an exceptionally terrible fight,
of course,
with the various savages, so to speak, I got to figure out how to use potions so that they don't become an issue in the future. I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to load them into my quick slots so that they're there in case I need them, and hopefully that'll allow me to actually use them.
Yes.
Let's head inside and find out what's about this cave. A lower level of the ruins has been blocked off by fallen rubble. Alright, into the ruins proper.
That should be far enough. But what now?
Storm has to die sometime.
Yeah, I have no idea why Kalisha keeps skipping the first words that she's saying. What happened out there? Windstorm, of a kind they only get in Glanfith. Not too many people live through them, so it's hard to know what's true. The Glanfathan word is Biavak. To them, it's the gods' way of reaping the souls of the land that couldn't find their own way out. But they'll take a living soul as soon as a dead one. Still got yours? Who attacked us? Glanfathans. Those would be the hut dwellers Odima warned you about. Look to be Fangs of Galawain, who are the twitchiest of the lot. They go ruin to ruin, looking for fights with colonists. Poor Odima. I think he half expected this once we lost the main road. The Glanfathans said we trespassed in the ruins. I don't believe that. Odima would never allow it. But as much as the Fangs are hotheads, Glanfathans don't attack without being provoked. Either they saw something and got the wrong idea, or she glances down the passages beyond. Or there's looters in here with us. That's not something we need right now. What about everyone else in our caravan? Kalisha's lips press together and her chin rumples. Her voice is faint. The wheels got hold of them now. She looks up. Gods grant them better luck in their next lives. You don't seem too upset about all this. Kalisha looks you in the eye, a volatile current running beneath her voice. Perhaps you just don't know me enough to know what upset looks like, and maybe I've seen worse, too. Seen worse and kept on walking, because there's nothing else to be done, because there's other people you care about who still need you. Let's get going.
What is it?
All right.
Of course.
Well, what's over here?
We should move.
Someone else has been down there. Yeah, Kalisha needs to start saying her complete sentences. Oh, we've got a small shield, which may be of use. And we've got a torch, which may also be of use. We've got camping supplies. We will take all of them. We've got hammer and chisel. And we've got a mace. So let's organize our gear real quick. Okay, our main has a breastplate, which is DR8. He's got a scepter, which is two-handed. Okay, we've got leather armor on Heoden. Do we have any better than leather? DR6. DR5, nope. Now we've got a shield, but I think, as I said, I'm using a two-handed scepter, so that's not going to work. I guess that if I needed to, I could put a shield on Heoden or on Kalisha, but I don't think I'm going to right now. Well, it looks like I got nothing to change. Oh, you know what I do have? I have a bow, which I can equip to Heoden in lieu of his single-handed dagger, and that way he can use ranged attacks while he's wounded. Now, ideally, I should probably rest, but I think I'm going to push on with what I've got. A trembling, sickly creature emerges from the dark, clutching a spear. Knobby elbows and and thin ribs show through its scaly flesh. But you recognize it as a Zarep. It watches you cautiously, breathing in ragged sighs. It's okay. I won't hurt you. The Zarep recoils, fingers still wrapped tightly around its spear. The creature cocks its head and approaches you, a soft clicking sound emanating from the back of its throat. The creature sniffs around you and finds nothing of interest. It steps back and resumes its defensive posture. Raise your arms and stand still. Okay, let's slowly back away for now. I don't think I need to pick that fight just yet.
Of course.
I can always pick it later.
Look at the tiles.
Huh.
What are those symbols?
Alright, got some odd symbols here. Let's take a look through here.
That roundish symbol. I'm pretty sure I saw it on one of the tiles back there.
Well, in that case, round symbols. Yeah, I see a couple round symbols. Who has a torch? Kalisha has a torch. A symbol of a patterned circle is inscribed on this pillar. An unlit brazier sits at its base. It could be lit if you had the means. Use the torch to light the brazier. Flames kindle swiftly in the brazier, winding their way upwards. And it extinguished one of those tiles. Just continue upwards. Whoosh, more of them. We got more of them? Yep. Bit by bit, they're extinguishing. So let's see how many there are. There's 2 more. And we've got another little doorway back here. Let's see. Is that all in this room? Yeah. This mural must be ancient, yet the colors are still bright and vivid. So yeah, I can pick my way through that.
Cool.
Let's check this way first. Alright, so far so good. Alright, what do we got here? We got a lesser black ooze. So, we will basically range attack this thing. At least to open up with. Everybody's going to range attack. Come on. Okay, Kalisha is going to switch back to her melee. Yeah. Okay, so the rest of my people were just standing there like idiots. Alright. Let's see what this had on him. Some ooze plasma. Yeah. Okay, we added it to the stash. And once more, we got another ooze. Come on. Yeah, I don't understand why I have to attack twice. At least these go down quickly. That one's down. Man, just as I killed it, too. Alright, let's see what's in this area. Got a dead guy with a poleaxe, which is a nice two-handed weapon. We've got, where did that slime come from? Viscous and oily, this muck clings to anything it touches. A viscous slick of something dark and tar-like runs down this wall. The shapes and bulges in the ooze suggest that something lies beneath it, but you can't tell what. Use your water skin to clear off the ooze. You rinse the ooze away, revealing an intricate relief of a man's face. The sunburst surrounding it has been chipped away in places, but the details of his head, from the tight curls of hair to the ridges of his pointed ears, still showcase remarkable craftsmanship. One eye socket is empty, a gem fills the other. Okay, so I guess I gotta find a gem for the other eye socket, maybe. Because it clearly didn't give me an option to pry out the remaining gem, so... Well, onward and back to where I was. Is there anything in this direction? Yes, there is. There's some sort of campfire, I guess. And a dead guy. who has a crossbow, leather armor, an Anguithan relief gem, which it got put in my stash for some ungodly reason, and a tattered journal. This small folio is torn in several places, and blood has soaked into several of the sheets. One later entry is still legible, however. I can't believe my luck. A few rounds of dice, and I've got my hands on a genuine Anguithan artifact. A fellow who had it said it was pretty nothing, as far as he was concerned, but he's not willing to go digging around in some ruins. But if he's right about this gem leading to a hidden treasure, then that's worth sneaking past a few painted elves. I'll head to Sealant Liss in the morning. Then it's just a matter of finding this relief he was talking about. And, well, I just found a relief, and it's missing a gemstone eye, so let's run back and go to it. I guess this is basically the tutorial of how to solve problems. Alright, back at the face. A relief of a man's face gapes at you from the wall. The surrounding sun. Okay, I've already read this. Place the gem in the eye socket. The chamber begins to rumble, stray rocks dancing across the tile floor. Finally, a large section of the wall gives way. And there's an ooze. Alright. Come on, take this thing out. Well, the good news is that only Kalisha is up front and center getting hit, so that does help a lot. More ooze slime, and then we've got something I can loot here, which has amethyst, Adra, and a minor cloak of protection. +5 to fortitude, reflex, and will. I still think that sounds kind of like a D&D 3.5 kind of thing. Your basic will saves. And now we've got a cloak on our main. Well, let's head back on to here. I think this tunnel that guy was in branched, right? So let's head back to there and see where that branch goes. Once again, Kalisha's bugged. Oh, we've got a Skulder Whelp here. Let's go to it. Come on, Kalisha. Run in and attack. Ow, he AE'd me. And he managed to daze everybody. Let me go ahead and get my Arcane Torrent, whatever it up. I don't know if that's going to help any, but
No prisoners!
get back into attack mode. Kalisha's doing okay so far. She is kind of wounded. But I've seen worse. Skulder ear and Skulder meat.
I'll take care of it.
See, is there a quick save button? Yep.
Shortcut.
F5. Ah, once again, Kalisha's words are all bugged. We'll take this. Well, if it could be a shortcut. A crack runs along this wall from floor to ceiling. A light gust of air passes through it. Use the hammer and chisel to weaken the wall. You set to work. The cracks lengthen and widen with your efforts, but the process is more taxing than you had expected. Sweat beads your forehead and your muscles begin to ache. Continue to chisel. After several long moments, you begin to see light on the other side. With one final tap, several blocks of the stone shift, then tumble loose, creating a gap just wide enough to pass through. And I guess this gives you another way further in if you couldn't figure out that easy-as-hell puzzle quest. What is this? Did I already look at this? Yeah, I already did.
I could scout ahead, see what's around the corner.
Alright, good idea.
A blade
Scout
in the
on.
dark.
What is around the corner? Well, we've got a starved Skulder Whelp and a Skulder Whelp. Does this game have backstab capabilities? Oh, fuck, I bumped into him. Okay, we have to get into attack mode. Yeah, this may be real bad. This may end my run right here. Well, one of them's down. Let's get onto this other one.
Curse your
How
eyes.
close are my people to dead? Kalisha is not dead. RPG Crawler is not dead, but both of them are about to pass out. And that could be a real problem. Yep, RPG Crawler is down. Oh, shit. Kalisha's getting her ass kicked. And this thing needs to go down real quick. Alright, one down. Just one to go. How's Kalisha holding up? She's taking some serious damage. You know what? I'm going to have to get what's-his-face in there to actually melee. I had him holding back because he was severely wounded, but now it looks like he's more useful doing his damage with his daggers. And we got stunned again. Jesus, I'm getting my ass kicked. I guess I need to rest or something.
Well, as you wish.
Alright, they didn't even have anything to loot. What is that shit? Anyway. Let's save the game and continue on inward.
Do you feel that? There's a draft coming through that wall. I don't hear any sign of that storm either.
Interesting. We've got spiderlings. Now, how are we on endurance? Everybody's endurance is full up. Well, yeah, it recovers between battles. We absolutely positively need to get this shit down real quick. So far, so good.
Curse your eyes.
I think we are actually fatigued right now. Which means we're going to have a hell of a time getting anything combat related done. I think this just leads back to those glyphs. We're going to want to proceed with caution now, because we are so wounded. We'll get Kalisha up top here, and then we will have him do stealth mode. What do we have? We have Spear Spiderlings and a Famished Spear Spiderling. Or a Famished Spear Spider, not a Famished Spear Spiderling. So, are we going to be able to bow this thing down? Try and open up with one. And then we can immediately run back. And then Kalisha can run in. Get my main also over there. And he can fight this one in the back.
Curse your eyes.
Now, here's my problem, is that these guys are probably going to kill me. So let's get an AE in here. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that was not good. So what are we doing? One's injured, one's injured. Get everybody on this spiderling and bring it down real quick.
Curse your eyes.
Okay, it's down. We're going to try and get him to run away. Ah, it didn't work.
No prisoners.
That's alright, because I think we got this taken care of here.
Curse your eyes.
Kalisha is taking a real beating. But we've only got the one spider left to deal with.
This is it for me.
Okay, I really probably should have rested. Okay, Kalisha is seriously wounded. I'm going to try and knock this down. I should have been using that all along. Knock it down twice. And I guess we can drop that on it, too. Just trying to kill it before it kills us. Yeah, Kalisha seriously needs to get some sort of healing on. But she doesn't have anything ready. See, I guess you can only use items when they're in your quick slots. Yeah, so it's a race. Are we going to drop first, or is the spider going to drop first? Maybe I can have her grab a shield instead of dual wielding. Can't switch that in combat, apparently. God.
Curse your eye!
Well, it's badly injured. Then again, so is Kalisha. Yeah, Kalisha is about to drop. This and drop for good, I think.
Curse your eyes!
All right. Well, I'm about to get owned on my main. We'll use a potion of minor regeneration. And then just basically take it out with my main.
Curse your eyes!
Ah, come on! It's almost down! And then again, so am I. What about this? Minor endurance, is that going to work? And I think I just went down. Yeah, I just went down. And that was a wipe. Fuck. It's all because I was fatigued. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run back here and get back here again. I think I quick saved pretty recently. And we'll try that situation again. Except this time I'm going to move one of my potions of endurance up to Kalisha before she, dies. And I may try to open the combat up with... I'll open the combat up with a full volley of ranged rather than just one ranged.
Well, of course.
Everybody in stealth mode. And everybody open up with ranged. And everybody run. I think that I can run in here. Oh, fuck. Okay, now I can turn around and attack. Where's Kalisha? Move to her dual wielding. Okay, my main is going to continue to... He's going to try to move around to the side, and then I have my rogue attack with his bow. I gotta micromanage this shit, because this is not a fun little action here. Alright, how are we doing in terms of attacks? Okay, my main is almost dead. Holy crap. I switched everything over to him in order to avoid this situation, and then he's getting owned because he got tagged on the way back. I guess because he doesn't move well. Come on. No, damn it. Well, I don't see their mother around anywhere, so hopefully I'll be able to take these two out. And that's that. Alright, let's recover. Alright, good. No! God damn.
Of course.
That was completely pointless. I did not need to trigger that trap. Alright, let's deal with this last spider. Man, this is close. This is why you always need to rest in these games. That fatigued is really becoming an issue. Okay, Kalisha is going to try to knock this guy down. Not going to work on a spider, but oh well. And we'll have my rogue circle around and switch back to melee. And then Kalisha is probably going to have to hit that potion of endurance again pretty soon.
Curse you!
Try and knock it down again. I know it's going to fail, but it's worth it. Okay, Kalisha's really taking her damage. She'll use her potion of regeneration.
Curse your eyes!
So far, so good. Let's take it out. Are we going to win this time? I hope we're going to win this time. Thank God. No loot? Yeah, we got loot. We got a spear spider leg. Alright.
Yes, of course.
So, bats as large as chicken wing, as chickens are strung in the web. We've got a little web sack here. Got a rapier and a bloodstone, which is nice. We can go ahead and loot those. Alright then. It looks like there's the exit right there. So, let's head up. And this heads out into the wilds. Ah! Cutscene. 4 figures stand silhouetted before an otherworldly apparatus, an ancient structure of chiseled Aedra and metallic veins, inscrutable and ominous in looking like a silent observer. Standing motionless in their midst is what appears to be a human body, colorless as stone or ash. The other figures gaze upon it in what might be contemplation. From your vantage point, you are well obscured from their view. The face of one of the figures is distantly visible, framed by long tendrils of oily gray hair, tinged dark at the ends, and a thick beard that seems to obscure all trace of emotion. His faded robes are embroidered with a runic language unlike anything you have ever seen, and his head is crowned with a strange black headdress, with 2 protrusions jutting out, one on either side like wings of some profane and malevolent creature.
Oathbinder bear witness, and see this man has kept his word true to his last breath, full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, queen that was, and regard it among your favored. Let his life by the key be his confession. Let his death by the key be his absolution. May he walk the world ever free of the crushing weight of the book. Your brother has done his part, and you have seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you. In the sight of the queen that was, will you fulfill the oath? Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw? Step forth and be assured of the great worth of your life's course.
So it seems as though I've interrupted some sort of ritual. And, wow. Holy crap. Well, I can't do anything but watch. Not that I'd want to do anything. Jesus, that looks dangerous. For an instant, the apparatus goes quiet and the air is still. Then, all at once, it erupts with a concussive surge. Light floods your vision and you are knocked to the ground. Your head snaps back as you land and pain wells into the back of your skull, washing your last thoughts away into the black, unconscious void. You open your eyes to a different place, another time. You stand in a circular room, grand and domed, its walls lined with Aedra and trimmed with copper. The style is ancient, but the chamber is unweathered. At the far end, a great pillar of Aedra pierces the floor from below like a ragged spike, its shimmering texture giving the illusion of boundless depth. Encircling the pillar is an apparatus, much like the one you have just seen, but immense and multifaceted, and intertwined, the work perhaps of a prodigious but fevered mind. Your thoughts are yours and not yours, and they seem to exist before you think them, and they are all questions. Pressing questions, troubling questions, questions that must be answered, or... At the base of the pillar now, you see a man with a thick gray beard and a ceremonial robe, his oily hair tucked beneath a black cowl, and a strange ornamental headdress. You know this man. You are walking towards him now at a pace that is hurried while trying not to appear so. You have something you want to ask him, one question above all, and the question speaks madly in your mind. Ah! He killed my people! What the fuck? They're just nothing but piles of loot. You awaken to find your malaise has broken, only to be replaced with something far more concerning. Faint whispers are audible at the edge of your hearing, like a ringing in your ears that does not subside. Movement flits through your periphery, but when you turn to look, you can see no sign of whatever it was. You find your gaze regularly darting this way and that, an involuntary paranoid tick. If this is a sickness, it may be dangerous to go without treatment for long. The figures at the machine stand frozen in place, flesh and blood replaced by cinders and ash. The man who led them is nowhere to be seen. Heoden and Kalisha lie bloody on the uneven cobbles, their bodies twisted unnaturally in death. You are alone and far from help. Gilded Veil may be your best hope of receiving treatment before things get worse. Okay, seek help from your condition. We've got to loot all this.
Let's offload this junk.
Well, can we put it in our stash? Yeah, we can put it in our stash. Alright, and on that note, I'm going to grab this real quick. And on that note, I'm going to call it here. This has been the RPG Crawler with Pillars of Eternity. Remember, if you like what you've seen, to like, comment, and subscribe for more playthroughs of this and other role-playing games. Until next time, take care and goodbye.